Yo, what's up, guys? The Insane Game Freak here. Prepared to bring you Astarotte Toy, Episode 7. The best way to describe this episode is make or break. I think that's the best way to describe this episode. Because, first off, I just want to mention all the stuff that's, for the most part, canon. It's pretty much everything after the ping stuff. Like, after the whole wetting the bed crap, the wetting the bed crap is the beginning of the canon stuff, and everything after that is pretty much canon. I guess the major things to note here is that Ingrid, by the end of the episode, we know Ingrid has a crush on Naya. I guess of what happens at the last fucking second of the episode. Naya didn't stop wetting the bed until he was 12. Ozha didn't stop wetting the bed until she was 5. And Lotte is currently wetting the bed. She's 10. What else? It seems like, for whatever reason, Lotte gained back her magical power without the help of, without using the two possible methods she could have went for, which would have been sex with Naya, or that little tree sapling thing that Ingrid gave to him to bring to her. She got her magical power back just from him kissing her on the forehead, which I feel like is going to be somewhat of a plot point to deal with the whole, she's going to lose, she's going to have to sustain her life, she's going to have sex. I feel like that's going to be somewhat of an alternative. We don't know why yet, but that's what we think. I think that's really all the noteworthy stuff, because I'm not going to go into the in-depth. I mean, you guys have seen the episodes. I mean, the reason why I say this episode is make or break is there's a lot of fan service-ish moments in here, but it's also one of these, the episode also shows that to probably the lolly fan service community, like the guys who really like lollies and fucking fan service with lollies, are probably saying that this episode shows how weird this show is, because all the fan service-ish moments, they don't take as far as you would expect them to. I mean, legitimately, like the scene where she's out, there's like a fun joke where she keeps trying to lock Naya out of his own house, and she doesn't realize the concept of a key. And then there's like a scene where she's like challenging him to break back into his own house, and she's hanging out the side of the second story window, and Naya mentions, I can see your underwear, and instead of showing us the panty shot, they just say it, and then it's kind of ignored, which I'm assuming to the lolly fan community would probably be like, damn, that's a missed opportunity. Another one would be when she gets too scared and she ends up peeing herself. They could have shown so much more than what they actually did. They showed very little, and that probably pissed off the lolly community too. Pretty much, like, this episode has like the most fan service in it, but at the same time, it restricts the hell out of each of that fan service. Like, it tones it down, and it makes it somewhat tolerable. But if you were the kind of person who were going through these episodes and couldn't stand like the simple shit that would happen in the previous episodes, this probably just pissed you off. I'm not even honestly. It was still charming, which is the word I kept saying in the written review by the guy. I think his name is Chris on Fandom Post. He used to be on Mania, but he switched to Fandom Post. I believe he gave this episode a B, and I was surprised because I figured he would have gave it like a C or something. I really did, because the episode is good, but there's a lot of fan service in it. But there's a lot of development in there too. It really just strengthens. It really just strengthens Lotte's and Naya's relationship. And Ingrid becomes infatuated with him just because of that one point about, kissing on the forehead restored her magical power, even though logically that doesn't make any fucking sense. And she got really interested into him. And you see some cute, like, blushing moments with her when looking at him and some shit. And by the end of the episode, if anyone wants to talk about who kissed him on the lips, Ingrid, which looks really weird because I think Ingrid's like, what, 5? Because she's short as shit. I'm assuming she's like 5 or 8. Somewhere around those two ages. She's not 10. And this really pissed off Latte. But the episode in itself is good, but I can see this being a fucking point for a lot of people. It didn't really bother me that much because, but the thing is, I knew I knew the whole peeing herself thing was coming, and that was the awkward scene I was referring to. On top of this awkward scene, there's also another one that if they do the beach episode, I'm pretty sure will come up and it's gonna bug the shit out of me. As if it comes up though. For any of you Michelle fans, you know, Latte's mom, or Asaha's mom fans, she's in the preview for the next episode along with these two other characters, which I think one of them, I think they're like brother and sister, and the brother is like hitting on Latte, which just seems really off to me. And then I guess he has a sister who's talking to Latte's mom for whatever reason, which seems crazy. So I believe drama and love will ensue because the next episode seems to be based around that fact. Because Ingrid, before kissing Naya's like, I will be your lover, and that might fuck with a lot of people. I could understand anyone at this point saying fuck it, because a lot of people can't stand incest. Well, it's not incest. What's the word? Pedophilia. There we go. But it doesn't bother me that much, and from what I remember, the manga doesn't have her do anything like ridiculous anyway. Like I don't think she does anything sexual, and she hasn't done anything sexual anyway. I'm not liking these outfits though. Like Ingrid's doesn't bug me as much because half the time she's wearing a cloak, but if you see what she's actually wearing under the cloak, sometimes I don't like these outfits. That's the only thing I really can't say. Like Asaha's is like the most. It's the one that makes the most sense. Like I don't care. Like she's wearing a dress. It's fine. Latte's is a little weird. Normal and sleeping gown, and Ingrid's just, oh man. Like if that's the only thing I really can't stand is the fact that their outfits are like that out off the wall. Ingrid's just bothers me more, and it's funny because I like bunnies, I like rabbits. So I mean I used to have a rabbit a while ago. So to me she's the cutest, but she scares me about what she may or may not do in the coming episodes. And I hope she just sticks to like basic crushing shit and not any of this trying to throw herself onto him. But then again, I'm wondering what she believes lovers is in her mind. But then again, she's known to be very smart, so I'm assuming when she said lovers, she understands what comes with that. I'm not totally sure why you would say lovers. I can see her saying I'm interested or something, but she just like said lovers. That confuses me. But in itself, it's a make or break episode. They handled the urination crap fine, so I was so happy about that, because in the manga, they take it, you get to see every fucking thing almost with the manga. So I was so happy they toned the shit out of that down, and it actually turned out to be more of an emotional thing than an actual perverted people who are into lolly urination shit. Fucking phone going off, and if you didn't hear that, then I just interrupted myself for no goddamn reason. But in itself, the episode was fine. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good episode. It has a lot of comedy in it. I was actually happy about that. We also get to see, for anyone who's a fan of Elika, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, the vampire chick. She's there because she's the reason why Asaha's at the amusement park anyway, because originally they were on like a date and everything. The haunted house crap was kind of fun. I like, the one thing I will say I like about the show? Naya is so chilled out about all these things. Like, because if you look at other harems, most of the male characters freak out all the time. He doesn't really freak out. He's just more chilled out. He's probably the most chill harem main character I've seen, period. And I do mean period. I have not seen a harem character this chilled out. Even, fuck, I just finished watching Oh My God Season 1 a few weeks ago. Even... He's just chilled out. He's so fucking chill. But then again, he's probably the oldest. He's like 22. So yeah. But we'll see how next episode goes. If any of you say fuck the show after this episode, I can see why. I'm not stopping though. Let me know what your thoughts and comments on the episode were in the comment section below. Fuck the whole she wants his life thing, because that joke really doesn't mean much now, considering what the show has kind of gotten to. But I think that's it for this review. So I'm gonna leave this video off. Like the game, play to win. And I'll catch you guys later. Hit the stop button, man. Hit the stop button. I'm not hitting the stop button, not today.